culture in it. Like just, I guess, how do I put it? So yeah, it had definitely like a lot of culture and just like seeing things that, you know, I might have not been as aware of, or even just like, even like white people seeing it. Like there's actually the second time I seen it, there's a couple of white people, students that was sitting behind me, and they were so stunned, they were shocked, but like in a good way. It wasn't bad. They weren't saying anything negative about it. They just like they really liked it, especially like it just was so put together. Like the art in it, the wardrobe, the music, the settings, it just tied it together so perfectly.
Top of the notch.
The what?
Top of the notch.
Top of the notch. Yes.
It's like they didn't get out. When you describe it, Rose, you like top of the line. Oh, one fine beauty. I remember that saying, get out. Also, like what Matt was saying, like with a longing feeling, like I don't know. Every time I seen the movie, like I cried when Killmonger's death scene, because even though he had some kind of messed up agenda, I felt that like longing for my African culture, because that's something that was stripped away with slavery. Mm-hmm. And I don't know, just that scene, he finally got to see the Wakandan sunset. It's just like, I know he's the villain, but he had a point, man.
Yeah, I don't even like claiming him as the villain. In my like, obviously in the storyline, he's supposed to be the villain. But I felt like it's really just two sides of the same fight. Like MLK and Malcolm X. They both wanted the same thing, but just in different perspectives, in different ways. So that's kind of what I got from, you know, the movie. They wanted the same thing. The same side. They were two different sides of the same coin, basically.
Like Magneto and X as well. X-Men.
Xavier.
Okay.
Listen, all right. So another
Eric
thing,
Lischner and Charles Xavier. I'm sorry.
No, I appreciate that. All right. So, anyways, another point, like going off of that, two sides of the same coin thing, is that there's another method that I feel like was used when making the movie, which is even though Wakanda and Wakandans are supposed to be these technologically advanced people and pretty much almost seen as superior to the rest of the people in the world, I feel like that was not. It wasn't like it was the superiority of it in a sense wasn't just I'm better than you and we don't have any problems because of that. They very much had problems, and that was clearly seen within the movie when the Wakandans start battling amongst each other over this idea of pretty much like should we help other people in the world or not, and like it's that idea that they still have problems with within their secluded society that I can really appreciate about the movie.
It was more realistic for us as like viewers. Like, oh, like I get that like they're this power, like they have like all this advanced technology, but like they're also having problems. Like it made it more realistic for like us, and like we weren't like Black people as a whole, like African people, were not trying to make themselves seem superior in that way. It was just like we still have problems too. Like we're not trying to claim us as better than you, like that too.
And also like how just because they were so advanced and so like such a technological society, it didn't take away from their African culture. Like even with the architecture of the city, it was still very based off the African architecture that we see today. And like the style of clothing, the fact that they wore braids and all that, I think that was a nice touch. The farming, I think that was all like a good touch.
Yeah, even breaking that down to like the very nitty gritty, like there was graffiti on the walls, which I love. Like,
oh my god, I love that when I first did it.
It was amazing.
I think even like I said, going back to the whole empowering thing, like there's so much good woman roles in this movie.
Oh yeah.
And especially me being like a young Black woman, it's just like they were all just so empowering. Like they knew who they were, and they knew their culture, they knew their history, and they stuck by it. and it's just like it makes you want to like be them, you know. And it's just like we need more representations of those type of, you know, women in our society, because, you know, in Hollywood or just like in the media, you know, black women are portrayed, you know, the angry black woman, just very negative, or there's a certain type that they have to be. And in that movie, they had all different types, you know, and that's what I really appreciated. I really appreciate Ryan for making it like that.
I also like how the women in the movie, they were very, like, it wasn't, oh, I need to be someone else. Like, I see this model, I need to be this model. Mm-hmm. Like, the general is like, why do I have to wear this wig when they're walking into the casino? Right. I love that.
Or even when she snatched her wig off, it's like she used it as a weapon. Like, that was so good. She just like, whoo, and threw it.
One of the best.
That was so
ever.
I was just surprised that Marvel allowed Coogler to be so daring with like the dialogue in this movie. Like, oh, like they put this in a Marvel movie?
Yeah.
Like, that was so exciting. And I think this is gonna pave the way for upcoming Marvel movies, because like, obviously there's social issues in the Marvel movies with like Civil War and that, but like it never got this deep and this controversial ever in a Marvel movie. Maybe in the comics, but I haven't seen that portrayed in the MCU yet. I think more than the physical things that can go to Africa, this movie sparks an idea into, though they didn't, not that I'm aware of, give any proceeds to Africa, it's putting thoughts into the young minds. It's giving them a connection to Africa so that they can look into Africa and see what they can do to regain their culture and also like help the third world countries in Africa.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. Not exactly, but it's I agree with the idea part. I had like created a poem pretty much based off of
it. Like, you gonna say it? Like, literally answering your question.
But yeah, it was based off of Black Panther, and it was like, I entitled it The Idea, and the reason why is because to me, Black Panther is less of a movie and more of an idea that was expressed through a movie, and that like the different aspects within the movie. It's like Black Panther is less of just one man trying to do all these different things and protect his country, trying to be an ideal person. Rather, it was like, that was sort of the idea for one person to take one person, not just one man, to take and then be able to try to do that himself. But if everyone is trying to do that theirself, then you have a whole entire society that's doing that, and when you work together, you're gonna be able to accomplish much more. So it was that idea of the character of Black Panther within the movie.
So you think the idea was to have like one main character, like this superhero, try to work for the greater good of their like own like country, and then everyone in that same country is doing the same thing to like make it flourish? Like, that was your idea? I'm kind of confused, but I get it at the same time.
Yeah, sorry for being confusing. I guess like what I'm trying to say is that you spark an idea within a person, and you spark an idea within multiple people, and then those people are all carrying out that idea together. So therefore, it's like the like-minded people are therefore working on similar goals to each other, and they're able to accomplish it, and they're able to accomplish it in a better fashion per se. Wrapping this up, I wanted to know if you guys think the movie can be considered a timeless movie.
Personally, I don't think it is timeless. I feel like it'd be great to watch like years from now, but I hope we're not experiencing the same problems we are today. That way, it's not as like relevant. Like I want it to be relevant, but not in the same way as it is today.
I think it should be more of a history movie, looking back, watching it later. And I also think it's overdue. That's why I wouldn't say it's timeless. This movie should have came out in the 90s, man, or early 2000s. Like, I don't know.
People always talk about, because obviously, yeah, like, you know, Blade and stuff like that. Like, there's been black superhero movies or whatever, but at the same time, it's not the same. What they represent and, you know, Black Panther is not the same as what Blade did, you know, stuff like that. So I just really hope this is just, you know, a start of something bigger, that we have bigger movies, bigger than Black Panther, you know. And, you know, there's been a lot of attention towards it, but hopefully it drags out. Hopefully it gets bigger and bigger, and, you know, it's legit like a movement where we have all of these, you know, movies that represent us in a really good way, in a way that we want to be represented.
I just think it's timeless in a way that the black youth were inspired and empowered in a way that they never felt before on this like scale, and I think that's gonna resonate.
That's what I'm saying. We need more movies that represent all types of groups.
I think this is gonna show Marvel and every other film company that when you represent black people, it's gonna pay off and you're gonna get the profit, because we've been waiting so long for this kind of film, and you see it's one of the biggest films ever. Wakanda forever!